Welcome back, family. Today, we're discussing SUKIHANA and Sexy Red. These are the new wave of female rappers, artists that I wasn't very familiar with. Someone suggested that I take a listen to their content and share my opinion of how I've received their music. Now, upon hearing their stuff, I gotta tell you, I was very frustrated. I was shocked to hear how bold and how vulgar these women actually are. But my frustration wasn't with them as artists. It was because I knew that they were being used. There's a puppet master behind them, propelling them to do such things, and those are the people that caught my frustration, because I knew whenever they want to target our community, they'll use puppets such as these two to infiltrate the young minds and put this type of programming into our children. That's what I got from hearing their music. Of course, we're not gonna sit here and act like this is new. It isn't new. Women, rappers especially, have been highly sexualized from as long as I can remember. So I'm not gonna sit here and point the finger strictly at these two. It's simply that these two have taken the bar from here and risen it to such a place that it cannot go any further than this. This is basically porn on audio. This is all that this is. Because skills-wise, I'm not seeing it. Talent-wise, I'm not seeing it. If being vulgar, trifling, classless, disgusting is a talent, then yes, these two are head and shoulders above everybody else. If we take a little stroll down memory lane, we'll remember Salt and Pepper, which I believe is where all of this stuff with the females started. That song, Push It, was a very sexual song. It was a suggestive song. So there was still some artistry there, and these women were really able to flow, rap, they had bars. With them, you can't deny the talent. Then comes the newer breed that follows Salt and Pepper, which was Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown. They went from suggestive sexuality to soft porn, if we're gonna make an analogy. Their wording and their vulgarity was on full display as well. So again, we can't just blame the new generation. This thing has been here for a very long time. So after following Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown more recently, we have Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Again, lyrics, very vulgar, soft porn. This is who influenced who we have today, our topic of discussion, SUKIHANA and Sexy Red. They've taken it from soft porn to the most hardcore porn that you can find. Now look, personally, I support these women's right to make whatever type of music that they want. And I do believe that there's a place for this. But that place certainly isn't in my home. If my young children had access to this, they would not be able to play it in my home. They wouldn't be permitted to listen to it anyway. I know that they could sneak off and listen to it on their own, but with proper parenting and supervising your kids correctly, you could shield them from this type of material. But like I say, I do believe this could be fine in a strip club. This could be fine on porn production, just not on the radio or where our young impressionable kids should have access to this. Whether you choose to believe it or not, the material that you're putting out and the imagery is the imagery that is making its rounds around the world. And that imagery is the representation of our people. People that look like you, they must all act like this. This is why this is problematic. This is why this material is being used by the elites who prop this up to further demoralize our people, to further continue to break down the family, because this material will not lead to anything productive. I do know that these two know better, and this is why it's a little troubling. But everybody does have a price, I suppose.
I want to tell you I apologize and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream, and I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the motherfucking devil, and I done prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. It's just like, I don't know if God can get me out of this, and I don't even know, I can't. I just want to say I'm sorry to my fans. I know y'all love me. I know y'all believe in me, but I can't. I didn't know what I was doing back then, and I lost passion. I don't even believe that. I don't even believe in myself no more because of what I did. I did not know the game was like this. And I'm just ready to go back to school.
I guess the devil eventually caught up to her because she went from what we just saw to this.
So as you see,
I got some hips, so the ratio, the hip and waist ratio, you feel me? It makes sense. I told the doctor I want you to sculpt, cause he did a lot of sculpting. He didn't have no fat to take out right here, cause it wasn't none. So, but he still got a little bit. But I had some right here for him to take out. So that's where he got some little bit fat from. Now he just made it make sense. My butt was a 44. This was a 44. I feel like it might be. It's up there, but it makes sense. I don't want to show you the whole thing, but because I'm still swollen and y'all getting on my nerves with the comments and stuff, okay? But all right, so I got a gap too now. All right, but anyway, yeah. So I'm still recovering. Shit looks ridiculous. No, your mama look ridiculous, baby boy, baby girl, whoever you is, baby. Ain't nothing about me look ridiculous. Nothing about me look ridiculous, baby. Nothing.
So let me ask you this, because you are colorful and sexually liberated, like even right now, you're going viral on Twitter for released OnlyFans that you were playing with yourself. Apparently 100% piss is what people are saying.
Yeah, it was 100% piss. I love pissing.
Okay.
I love to pee on myself.
Okay, and some of the comments are really disgusting.
Well, no, the thing is, I'm a disgusting person, so it's just like, people been knew that about me. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can keep posting my OnlyFans videos. I mean, I don't do OnlyFans no more.
But what do you say to them that say she's a terrible representation for black women? Stop posting her. She's disgusting.
I feel like when they say disgusting, they're not fucking lying.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched.
As if that wasn't embarrassing enough, she actually went to the VMAs and did this. I mean, come on, Suki, you can't turn off the ghetto ratchet behavior for 1 second, for 1 minute, 1 hour? You have to have this all the time? We know it's an act, so please.
They be saying what you saying, but I'm saying I'm being a hoe because I'm being myself. There's being a hoe. Like, what's your definition of a hoe? What do I do that? What do I do that makes me a hoe?
I want to ask you that. What's the definition of being a hoe? How many dudes do you have to be fucking at a time to be a hoe?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What's your definition of a hoe? Because what makes me a hoe? What did I do?
Sexy Red, you said that. You said, shake that ass. You know you a hoe. Up and down, that booty gonna go. You also said, hood rat, I fucked just like a pro, lost my virginity, turned into a hoe. You said this. You said this, Sexy Red. So when people refer to you as a hoe, you should embrace it. This is what you're pushing. Now, the imagery that you see here is a common theme in both their music videos, SUKIHANA and Sexy Red. There's nothing original, nothing new here. It's always booty shaking, twerking, pussy popping, tongue waving, all the same thing in both their videos, and these videos receive millions of views. I just don't get it. And again, they're not delivering these lyrics in any skillful way at all. They're just saying it as if they just started rapping yesterday. There's nothing to it. I guess the simplicity of it all works. Now, I can't play you the lyrics. I'll get flagged for that. But imagine lyrics such as this. I'm out of town, I'm with my rounds, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. This is what a lot of people are going crazy over, obviously loving the lyrics. Why? Here is another masterpiece from SUKIHANA. She says, throw that cat, pop that cat, if your bill's late, you better sell that cat. How proper. Do you think that there's female artists, female rappers specifically, that aren't making music that doesn't sound like this? Of course they are, but we're never gonna find them because they're not promoted. This is the type of stuff that puppet masters want you to hear, and this is what they're gonna push in front of you. Like I said before, this is nothing new. This type of material has existed in the hip hop genre for a very long time, but the only difference is where there was a Salt and Pepper, there was an MC Lyte, Queen Latifah. Where there was a Foxy Brown and Little Kim, there was a Lauryn Hill. In one of the most current generations, where you had Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, you had a Tink. So who do we have now that can say something other than pop that pussy when SUKIHANA and Sexy Red, that's all they're saying? Who do we have to counterbalance what's happening? So, to be completely fair, there is a new artist that is being promoted called Scarlett. I actually like her music. She's the extreme opposite of SUKIHANA and Sexy Red. She's being promoted as a bull, super aggressive, super masculine female. And of course, a little while back we had Young M.A. She was popping for a second. And again, she's a lesbian that looks like a man. So, two choices. You're gonna get the hyper-sexualization of women or the hyper-masculine women. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I have the answers to these questions. I'm one man, and the diabolical plot to infiltrate and redirect our people was done by a group of people. And this music is one of the tools that they use to steer our people in a particular direction. Now, we've seen how the influence of gangster drill music has affected our youth. These areas that are predominantly black, impoverished mostly, these boys are shooting each other for sport. They are killing each other at record numbers. You may say the music had nothing to do with it, and if it didn't, it certainly played a part. Was it all because of that? Probably not. But the fact that the people that they look up to make these activities so fair seeming, it certainly influenced their thoughts in some way. Now, we haven't seen the result of what fruit this type of music the women are pushing will harvest. But I'm sure it's not going to be a tasty, sweet fruit. It's going to be a damaging fruit that's going to affect us. And this is why these people are pushing this to us. And I'm here to tell you it's not just music. It's a weapon being used against us. Now, to be honest with you, I have not much to say to SUKIHANA or Big Red or any one of the women that behave like they do. I believe that they're gone already. They've sold their soul and are doing the bidding of their masters. So not much to say to them. I'm referring to the parents who might be able to come together to make sure that this type of material is properly categorized. This does not belong in the mainstream and the forefront of our kids to absorb this. That is where the problem lies. So, what do you guys think? Am I taking this a little too far? Is this just music? Just like when the gangster rappers were talking about killing and shooting and murder and this and that, it was just music? Should this be just music? I don't think so. All the music that leads us to a path of destruction, they're all damaging just as this is. And we haven't seen the result of the damage that this is gonna do. Thank you for checking me out one more time. Catch you on the next one.